Hi there, it's Heather Matter here, and we're so excited that you're going for the rank of Platinum. Congratulations on making that big goal. It's a big milestone. There's a lot of exciting things that happen right now. You're expanding your team, your leadership structure. You're about to significantly increase your income as well. On behalf of all of us, we want you to know we're cheering for you. In this video, we're going to talk about preparing for that rank, and don't skip over this and get excited and go to the next videos, because preparing is so important. If you prepare properly, it actually will help you travel faster. You'll be a lot happier while you do, and you will have fewer breakdowns. So here we go. Let's get started. There are a few differences that are happening at this stage in your business. First of all, your leadership structure is expanding. You need 3 silvers to get to platinum, and for one person to be silver, they need 3 elites, including you. That's 13 people or 13 key placements in your rank advancement or your leadership structure. And you by now are probably going to see some variations on your team. You probably are going to have some strong leaders and some strong legs. There's a unique way that you'll be working with those people. You're also going to have developing lines or developing leaders. You might have people in place, but they may depend on you a lot to stay consistent or to even expand. And you probably, like most people, have some holes to fill. So you're going to see at this stage some variations in your team. You have the strong parts of your team, you have the developing or the weaker parts of your team, and then you have some holes to fill. And in addition to this, you probably have a family or people that you love, you have a personal life. And so what's happening at this stage in your business is things are getting bigger, they are expanding. And now the key thing for you to do to prepare for platinum and beyond is learn how to become a manager. When you're a manager, you are not the doer of everything. You watch over everything, but you don't do it all. You're going to have to realize that at this stage, there are people that are close to you, maybe in your life or in your business, and there's some things that they should be doing for themselves. You're going to have some people on your team and they are ready to move to the next level or the next stage of leadership. And maybe you've been very tight, maybe you've been very close, but it's time for them to step out and move forward. Remember, for you to move forward in your business goals, you're asking people to move forward in their own business goals as well. And that takes some management and some leadership skills and sometimes letting go. By this time, you probably and should be able to identify time drains. Time drains are situations or people who are very high maintenance. They require a lot and they produce a little. It's very important at this stage of your life and your business that you are able to identify these places and see them clearly, because as a manager and as a steward of many things, you'll be making decisions on what to do. And it's also really important that as a manager, you know the roles that you play and the ones that you don't, like being a therapist or a marriage counselor. Remember, for your own business to grow and for your own life to also be its happiest, you really get to know what your roles are. What are the actions in your business that produce the highest results? Who are the type of people that you're working with that bring you the most energy and the happiest, and also give your team the best experience? This is what you're looking for, and this is where you get to be spending most of your time. And so in the prepare phase, what I want you to do is realize there's some different areas and aspects of your life and of your team. And I mentioned 3 of those basic categories already. First of all, you've got your strong lines. Now there's going to be some videos in the support section that will give you some ideas on how to manage this and some tips and things that you can be doing. Number 2, you've got your developing lines, and that's also going to be covered in the support section. Number 3, you've got some holes to fill, and you're going to see some training coming on that in the I and the P and the E section. And number 4, you've got a personal life. You have yourself, your own spiritual beliefs, and people that you love. And I'd like right now to take a second and talk about that specific thing in the prepare section. The first thing that I want you to be doing is taking really good care of yourself. This is not the time to let go of your personal commitments. I want you to think about getting regular exercise in whatever time period that you feel that you can, in whatever way that you want to do it. But get up and start moving your body. When you exercise or you're connecting to physical activity, it really does help energize you, and you have more of yourself to give in your business. Number two, definitely keep your own spiritual commitments, whatever those are for you. If it's prayer, if it's meditation, if it's regular church attendance, it's really important that you're feeding your mind and your body and your spirit, because remember this, and always remember this, you're creating your business from the inside out. So everything that you're pouring into yourself, you now have to give to your team. And the higher you are in your own energy, your own clarity, your own divine inspiration and connection, the more that you have to give. Your business is a reflection of where you are in your life. If your business is a mess and it's chaotic, it's actually time to start looking inside. And so what I'm asking you to do right now is to be really strong and firm in your own personal commitments and in taking care of yourself. And that includes exercise and physical activity. And that includes your own spiritual nourishment and however that looks for you. Number three, I really am asking you to have your own support structure. Get coaches that you can work with, mentors, people that you look up to. What qualifies a mentor? It's somebody who lives now that identifies or epitomizes where you want to be. So somebody that has something to add that's valuable to your life. You know, you might have people around you that are negative or that are naysayers. I just simply don't allow those people to be my advisors. If you don't live where I want to go, then I really don't take advice from you, because you want your time and your space to be filled with people who genuinely, truly can support you. And so get your own personal support team. Just speaking for myself, years ago, it's been, I think, almost 8 years that I've been working now in business, and I have regularly sought out coaching and mentoring. And even to this day, continually and consistently, because no matter where you get in your business, you can always go to the next level. And so sometimes it's with your support structure, the people who are in your corner. Sometimes those are people on your team, and a lot of times it may not be. It may be other people that you work with or other people that you hire that are in your corner. These can be where you get your biggest breakthroughs. This is where you are going to travel faster, because you have more eyes on the situation, and they will be able to advise you, because you don't know right now what you don't know. You don't know that. And so it's really important, as you expand your business, that you expand your own mind and you get your own support structure in place of people that are right for you, that can really help you to do that. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about, which I think is one of the most important, is the people in your life that you love, your key relationships, your family, your spouse or significant other. You know, these are the things that give our lives the most meaning. And I want to give you a word to the wise. You are going to see at this level of your business more and more and more opportunities come to you. You're going to see more people who come to you, and you have to make some really important decisions to stick with the values that you have and put the most important people in your life first all the time, and plan your business around that. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to give you right now that are tips that will help you run your family or your home life smoothly. And these are just some ideas or suggestions that I have, and I want you to really explore that and think about your own. I remember when I first started expanding my business, I realized a couple of things. I realized that my family life, our home, was not quite prepared for the expansion of my business, and I had to get some things in order very, very quickly. The first was I needed systems. You know, when I was home all day and I was there, it was really easy for me to be the organizer of everything. And then when I had other tasks, I quickly realized the lack of systems that we had. So what I did is I took some time to look at all of the systems in our home that we needed to have in place so that our family was running smoothly. The first was laundry. That was a big thing because everyone needs clean clothes, and it actually was creating chaos. And so our family developed a laundry system. Everybody does their laundry on a certain day. They take it back up to their room when it's done, and the laundry room is clean and organized, and everyone has clean underwear and clothes, and it's greatly appreciated. And I took that little system and I typed it out and I put it on our laundry room, and now everybody knows what it is, and it helped bring a lot of balance into our lives. The other thing was food. Food is actually a really big, important thing in our family. We love to eat together. My husband and I love cooking, and we love cooking for our family. But all of the prep and the cleanup was taking so much time, and sometimes we'd go to the fridge and we wouldn't have things in there. And so what I decided to do was I created a Matter family binder. I actually had this specially made for us, and then we had a weekly grocery list, and then we had a weekly meal plan. Now, in our family, we decided it was a great asset for where we were to hire an assistant. And so our assistant would come in, would see everything that we needed, the meals that we were making that week, and then she would go and buy everything with our money as well, and then come home, prepare it, put all the groceries away, and mom and dad were actually making dinner and completely present eating with our family. But we outsourced the prep and a lot of the cleanup. And I'm giving you that example. Now, of course, you're going to have to govern your own life and your own family as you see fit. But I realized a couple of things when I was looking at the details. There were some non-negotiable times for our family. Dinner times, Sundays. We have a certain night a week and it's just our family time, and these are completely non-negotiable, and I want to be there, actually including bedtime and getting my kids off to school. But there were also a lot of things with where we were at in our business that we could systemize, that we could hire out, and we chose to do that so that my husband and I were fully present and doing the things that completely required us, because we didn't want to outsource parenthood. But there was a lot of other things that helped our family run smoothly that we hired help with. The last thing that we did is we organized the kids' school and activities and where all of their items were so that our home was running smoothly, that we were together at key times and places, and I felt really, really good as a parent. So I have some questions for you. Before you go into the rest of these videos, and there's some really great content here with some incredible people, I want you to ask yourself this question: what support do I need in my home and in my family? And take a look at everything that requires your time and attention, and what decisions do you want to make? Number two, what support do I need personally? Here's where I still have questions. Here's where I still have blocks. Here's where I have emotional needs, and I actually need to be honest about that and be taking really good care of myself. And number three, what are your own personal commitments with exercise, with your own spiritual practices, or perhaps eating healthy? So as you move forward into the next videos, I want you to remember that if you prepare the space and you're very clear on what is needed and you're committed to those actions, you are going to travel faster. You're going to be much happier while you do. You'll have fewer breakdowns, and you are going to get there. So good luck, and I'll talk to you soon.